Good morning, students. I welcome you all for the online class of business studies. As we were introduced with in the last class financial management topic, and we have classified that the financial management is further financial market is having two markets. One is the money market and one is capital market. We started with the money market instruments. Now we will be proceeding with the next three money market instrument. After the call deposit, treasury bills, and the commercial bills. We will be forwarding with the commercial paper, that is a CP. Commercial paper, when we talk student, this is that it is also in the business purpose only. The commercial paper was introduced in India for the first time in 1990. It was first introduced by the Reliance company. It is an unsecured promissory note issued by public or private sector companies with a fixed maturity period which varies from 3 to 12. It is generally of short period, as in the money market itself do the trading with the short term period. So commercial paper is also issued for the 3 to 12 months. Since commercial papers are unsecured, so these are issued by the companies having good name, goodwill. That company can only issue the commercial paper CPs. The commercial papers and mutual funds are the main investors of commercial papers. Funds raised through commercial papers are used to meet the flotation cost. This is known as bridge financing. What the flotation cost, which is charged for meeting the commercial paper to be issued to the general public for increasing the capital for a shorter period of time, the finance itself is known as bridge financing. For example, fund wants to raise long-term funds to buy a new office building and machinery. To raise long-term funds by issue of shares, debentures, the company will have to incur flotation cost such as brokerage, commission, printing of prospectus, etc. Brokerage to underwriters and brokers for issuing the shares of the company to different places. Commissions also to the agents for issuing the shares. Printing of prospectus, definitely payment is required. The firm can meet this cost by issue of which paper? Commercial paper. For getting the long-term fund, whatever the flotation cost the company incurred, that flotation cost can be borne by the company through the way of commercial paper, that is the CP. Certificate of deposit CD, when we say it is a time or deposit which can be sold in the market, secondary market. Only a bank can issue the CD, certificate of deposits. It is a bearer certificate or document of title. It is also a negotiable instrument and can be transferred easily. CD is issued by banks against the deposit kept by companies and institutions. The time period of CD, commercial certificate of deposit, ranges from 91 days to 1 year. Banks are not allowed to discount this document, that is certificate of deposit CD. So it is a time or deposit which can be sold in the which market? The secondary market. And who can issue? A bank only can issue this. CD also has called deposit. Now it is also considered as a bearer certificate or document of title, because who bears the certificate will be the owner of the particular title. It is also, that's why, considered as negotiable instrument. And the time period generally 91 days, that is 3 months to 1 year. Difference between certificate of deposit and fixed deposit, if we will see, certificate of deposit CD and fixed deposit FD, they are CDs are freely negotiable, whereas fixed deposit are not freely negotiable. CD can be issued for a period of 91 days to 1 year, whereas FD it may be issued for a minimum period of 14 days and maximum there is no limit. CDs are issued at a discount and on the actual amount of deposit held. FDs are issued for the actual amount of deposit held. There are different money market instruments available for different sectors. Following table classifies the money market instrument for each sector. There are as follows. Government and semi-government, they can issue T-bills, treasury bills, government securities, public sector units or bonds. Private companies, they can issue trade bills, commercial paper, commercial certificate of deposit CDs. Banks, they can only do the call money. So these are the various money market instruments which are held at different places. As for the government, private and the banks, what they can use there, it is mentioned clearly. So money market gets over. Now we can proceed to the second part of financial market, that is the capital market. First of all, the meaning of capital market. The meaning itself says that the market which for medium and long term funds, it is considered as capital market. And as the term is related to capital, it is generally used for expansion of the business or for purchase of machinery and land and other types of capital assets or the fixed asset. For that, capital market is offering the Money. It includes all the organizations, institutions, and instruments that provide long term as well as medium term funds. It does not include the instruments or institutions which provide finance for short period, that is up to 1 year. The common instruments used in capital market are shares, debentures, bonds, mutual funds, public deposits, etc. Definition of capital market: when we see capital market can be defined as a mechanism which channelizes saving into investment or productive use, as we learnt in the beginning of the chapter. Capital market allocates the capital resources among alternative uses. It intermediates flow of savings of those who have saved a part of their income from those who want to invest it in productive assets. V.K. Bhalla. Nature or features of capital market: when we learn, the very first nature is link between savers and investment opportunity. Capital market is a crucial link between saving and investment process. The capital market transfer money from savers and to entrepreneur borrower. Deals in long-term investment. When we say about this nature of the capital market provide fund for long-term and medium term. It does not deal with channelizing saving for less than 1 year. Utilizes intermediaries. Capital market make use of different intermediaries such as brokers, underwriters, depositors, etc. These intermediaries act as working organs of capital market and are very important element of capital market. Determinant of capital formation. The activities of capital market determine the rate of capital formation in an economy. Capital market offers attractive opportunity to those who have surplus fund so that they can invest more and more in capital market and are encouraged to save more for profitable opportunities. That is the determinant of capital formation. So these are the features of capital market. The last feature says government rules and regulation. Definitely capital market operates freely but under the guidance of the government under the law of constitution. This market function within the framework of government rules and regulations. Example, stock exchange works under the regulation of SEBI, which is a government body. An ideal capital market is the one where finance is available at reasonable cost, which facilitates economic growth, where market operations are free, fair, competitive and transparent, must provide sufficient information to investors, must allocate capital productively. When we talk about the types of capital market, the main components of capital market are primary market, secondary market. When we go with the primary market, this is that market which issue new issue market. Primary market is also known as new issue market because first time the shares are brought by the company. When the new shares of the company has to be issued, it is brought and sold in the primary market. This is also help for the liquidity of assets into cash for the time period. That work also done by the primary market. So as in this market, securities are sold for the first time. That is the why new securities are issued from the company. Primary capital market directly contributes in capital formation because in primary market company goes directly to investors and utilizes these funds for investment in building, plants and machinery, etc. As I already introduced to you, primary market it starts the work of capital formation for the new companies or the new issue of shares are generally done in the primary market. The primary market does not include finance in the form of loan from financial institution because when loan is issued from financial institution, it implies converting private capital into public capital. That is the reason that you have to note down. The primary market does not include finance in the form of loan from financial institution because when loan is issued from financial institution, as it is incorporated by the government, it implies converting private capital into which capital? Public capital. And this process of converting private into public is called going public. The common securities issued in primary market are equity shares, debentures, bonds, preference shares and other innovative securities. When we go to the methods of flotations of securities in primary market, the following are the methods of flotation of security in primary market. Very first is public issue through prospectus. When we see about the public issue through prospectus, it says that under this method, company issues a prospectus to inform and attract general public. In prospectus, company provide details about the purpose for which funds are being raised. So public issue through prospectus. In this method, what it is done. This is a method by which the shares are issued through the prospectus. You know, when the company want to introduce the shares of the company to in the general market for the public, they have to issue the prospectus. and then by seeing the prospectus details about what the details is mentioned about the company, the general public can get attracted and purchase the shares of the company. So this method is known as public issue through prospectus, which we have learnt in the class 11th also in the sources of business finance chapter. And this requires flotation cost. Definitely it issues the flotation cost. The information in the prospectus helps the public to know about the risk and earning potential of the company, and accordingly they decide whether to invest or not in that company. Through IPO, company can approach large number of persons and can approach public at large. Sometimes companies involve intermediaries such as bankers, brokers and underwriters to raise capital from general public. Next topic is offer for sale. When we talk about offer for sale, this is the method in which securities are offered to general public but not directly by the company but by an intermediary who buys whole lot of securities from the company. Generally the intermediaries are the firms of brokers. So sale of security takes place in two steps. First, when the company issues securities to the intermediary at face value, and second, when intermediaries issue securities to general public at higher price to earn the profit. Under this method, companies save from the formalities and complexities of issuing securities directly to public. So this is offer for sale method, how the shares are issued to the general public. Next is private placement. So offer for sale I think it is clear, when we are using the intermediaries for issuing the shares in the general market, it is known as offer for sale. Private placement has a name is private placement when we are having some organization, when we hire some organization who are issuing the shares on behalf of us, that is known as private placement. Like we include some institutions. Under this method, the securities are sold by the company to an intermediary at a fixed price, and in second step, intermediary sell this security not to general public but to selected clients at higher prices. The issuing company issues prospectus to give details about its objectives, future prospects, so that reputed clients prefer to buy the security from intermediary. Under this method, the intermediaries issue securities to selected clients such as UTI, LIC, General Insurance, etc. Next is the private placement method, is a cost saving method. As you can see, companies save from the expenses of underwriter fees. Here we are not using any intermediaries there we are issuing to the general company. Management fees, agents, commission, listing of companies' name in stock exchange, etc. Small and new companies prefer private placement as they cannot afford to raise from public issue. Right issue, that is you have already learnt in the classes, in the beginning classes. Right issue is a method in which where the company first issue the shares to the existing equity shareholders, that we have learned has preemptive rights. Okay, preemptive rights of equity shareholder is there, that whenever the company want to issue the share, first they will offer to the existing equity shareholder, and this method itself is known as right issue. A right issue is mandatory for companies. It is compulsion on the companies for the company under the Companies Act 1956. When the existing shareholder will refuse, then only the shares can be issued to the outsiders. The stock exchange does not allow the existing company to go for new issue without giving preemptive rights to existing shareholders, because if new issue is directly issued to new subscriber, then the existing equity shareholder may lose their share in capital and control of company. That is, it would water their equity. To stop this, the preemptive or right issue is compulsory for existing company. Next is the EIPOS. EIPO, when we read electronic initial public offer. Electronic initial public offer, it is a new method of issuing securities through online system of stock exchange. In this, company has to appoint registered brokers for the purpose of accepting appliances and placing order. The company issue security has to apply for listing of its securities on any exchange other than the exchange it has offered to its securities earlier. EIPO is a modern way of issuing the securities. It is an online way. Online, the company issue the shares through the way of depository only, but the transaction of money and the purchase of shares will be done through the online mode. That is known as EIPOS. EIPOS that works as electronic initial public offer, and it makes the manager coordinate the activities with the intermediaries connected with the next is a contribute to economic growth. when we will see about the contribution of economic growth, it states that capital market in stock exchange securities of various companies are bought and sold. The process of disinvestment and reinvestment help to invest in most productive investment proposal, and this also considered as this lead to capital formation and economic growth. This topic is related to functions of stock exchange, where the first function of stock exchange states that it is economic barometer. What is a barometer? It helps to measure the particular economy of any country. The tool which helps to measure the economy of a country, it is known as economic barometer. So the very first function of stock exchange is that it helps to measure the economy of a country. By seeing the share prices, one can come to know whether the demand of the shares is high or low, and they can come to know how the pricing of the shares is done, whether it is economically beneficial or not. Second is pricing of securities. Pricing of securities, when we see it is a second function of stock exchange. The stock exchange, what it does, it do the pricing of securities. Whatever securities available in the market, for that pricing is done by the stock exchange market. It is the regulatory body which is made by the Constitution of India to make the fair transaction between the two and more people related to the business capital formation, and for that pricing of security charge is also given to stock exchange. It regulates the price which is charged by the company is right or not. It only helps the company to decide whether they can raise the price or whether they have to lower the prices of the shares. Third point says about the stock exchange is that it is safety of transactions. Definitely students, the stock exchange act as a safety of transaction for many, because it protects the interest of the investors. Investors are very unsafe in the trade market, as they have to, whatever investment they are doing, it is just on the basis of trust, and for that some regulatory body must be there. So that is the work of the stock exchange. Contributes to economic growth, as we already learned. Stock exchange helps to know the economic position of the country and also know how to raise the economic position of the country, and for that they have to contribute economic growth. Spreading equity cult. The stock exchange also give information regarding to the equity shares to the general public, so that more and more investors will be interested in purchasing the equity shares of the company. So they give a guide which equity shares will be beneficial for them. So they spread equity cult. Providing scope for speculation. Definitely share market is a speculation market, because here the people wait where the profit is there, they want to invest the money in that particular shares of the company. So that's why it is known as speculation also, because here it is a business in which every person wants to invest in those companies shares where the profit is more. So it also guides those type of investor to know which company is working more profitable, so that they can do the purchasing of the shares of the company. So there is a providing scope for speculation to ensure liquidity and demand of supply of security. The stock exchange permit healthy speculation of securities. Liquidity. When we go to the liquidity, the main function of stock market is to provide ready market for sale and purchase of securities. The presence of stock exchange market gives assurance to investors that their investment can be converted into cash whenever they want. The investor can invest in long-term investment projects without any hesitation, as because of stock exchange they can convert long-term investment into short and medium term. Better allocation of capital. It is also the work of the stock exchange to divide the capital and to give importance to every company's share, so that every company can get equal importance and equal development in the nation. Promote the habit of saving and investment. Definitely by giving more and more information related to the shares and the stock exchange, they give more information of the investment to the general public, so that they will be clear about investment and they can think what is better for their investment and where they can do the savings to be invested. So for this class, this much only. On the next class, with the introduction of stock exchange and the types of stock exchanges, I will be proceeding in the next class. For today's class, this much only. Thank you and have a nice day.